Please be advised that we are speaking in our own individual capacities and not representing any companies we may work for. We are not your lawyers, and any information given during this podcast does not constitute as legal advice and is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Enjoy the episode.
Hello, guys. Welcome back. Happy holidays.
I know. It's right before the holidays.
Isn't this nuts? Like, we started this in August. In August. Probably actually before that. It's the holiday season.
It's crazy. It was nice and warm out when we started. Now we're freezing.
It's not snowing in New York yet. It's snowing back home. It's snowing in Toronto.
Is it?
Yes.
You know, I saw the video. And it was, there was a lot of
was
snow.
in St. Louis yesterday, and it was like literally a blizzard. Like, wait, I actually have to show you this low key because I need to show you how crazy it was. Look at this. It's like
oh my
actually
God,
snowing crazy. Anyways.
That's crazy. Unpopular opinion though, or maybe it's not, I love, like, if it's gonna be freezing.
You like the snow?
I'd rather there be snow. Like, I'd rather it be look pretty out.
Yeah.
And just be like dead trees
I like the
and
snow
cold.
if I'm standing inside in the warmth looking at the snow.
Yeah, that's true.
But like being in it, also like you don't get it like I get it. You don't get it like a Canada winter.
I don't.
Having to scrape the ice off my car. No, I'm good.
I hate scraping the ice off my car.
It's literally terrible.
I hate it.
Or like my university house, we used to have to like dig our way out of our driveway. Like literally dig our way out.
See, in that case, I'm just not leaving. Like, I'm not leaving the house.
Fair.
I'm gonna just stay.
Fair.
Stay. And
It's
this is why I
actually
need to
so
move
bad.
to Florida.
Fair. Yeah, please.
Be surrounded by palm trees every day. Where are my Florida listeners?
Yeah, but you know what the good thing about the holidays is, and the snow and all of the finals are over.
Finals are over.
Congratulations. You made it through. And I'm tapping myself on the back because that means I made it through.
You made it through too.
We're filming in advance, so hopefully I made it through.
You did make
Future
it through.
Katie, I hope you made it through.
Future Katie.
Current Katie?
Can I say future things to future Nicole?
How's Nicole doing? At least I don't have exams. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, there's no exams. However, I was saying, I'm not used to not having a winter break. You really lose that. Like, I was so excited to work, and I still love working. But I don't get a winter break, which is so different. I mean, I had to ask the other day if I had off on I don't know if it was Christmas Eve, which kind of seems like a day like I don't think you. No, we don't. I didn't know if we did or didn't. I didn't expect either or, but I just had to ask because
okay. So take a vote right now, okay, listeners. Yeah. Would you rather no Christmas break or no exams? Okay, thank you.
I don't know. I'm thinking about it myself. I don't know, because this is like...
it's hard. It's grass always greener, right? Because like right now, you're like, I want a break. But I'm like, I would literally do anything to not have an exam right now. I would do anything.
Yeah. And I'm just kind of waking up going to work every day.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
I guess we'll see. Guess we'll find out in a couple of years, but...
In a couple of years.
Funny enough, this is like such a good segue because Nicole, what is this week's episode about?
This week's episode is Take a Break.
Take a break. Take a break. This is about all things taking a break, how to break for law school, how to properly break, how to not waste your time while breaking, how to enjoy every second of it. So let's get on into it.
Yeah, let's get into it. This is my favorite time of the year.
Yeah.
All right, so we want to go through some of our like personal routines and relaxation tips. You want to start it off?
Yeah, so Nicole, so how do you wind down and relax when you were, let's pretend you're still in law school and have a winter break, but how did you wind down and relax during your winter break?
So I remember like after my last final during, right before winter break, I would take all of my books and put them to the side. Like, honestly, even my laptop, I really didn't open during break. I was like, this is, I associate my laptop with law school. This is my break. And I would put it to the side unless I needed it for something.
Yeah.
And I would just start seeing like my family or my friends. I mean, sometimes my finals would be the day before Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
So like I would just be coming home from New York back to Jersey and to, like see my family, and holidays are in full swing at my house. Cookies are being made, lasagna is being made.
It's like law school is just like removed out.
And it's just, I'm like, all right, I'm taking a break. I'm spending time with my family. I'm spending time with my friends. I haven't seen anyone.
Yeah.
Kind of like disconnecting a little bit from your phone too.
Yeah.
Just to give your mind a break, because your mind is just racing during finals.
Yeah. I think there's like my favorite word, balance. It's like there is this good balance of, okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is absolutely throw everything in the garbage. Actually, no, rewind. Not throw it in the garbage, save it, because you're gonna need it for the bar exam. So don't throw it out, but put it completely to the side and like literally not think about it again. I cannot wait to do that, and like I'm sorry, really love my evidence professor. I literally can't wait to not think about evidence again till the bar. I want to finish this exam and put it away and like go enjoy, I would say like Christmas Eve. Well, I actually am nice. I get a full week after my last exam before Christmas Eve. So
that's nice.
after my last exam, take that time to, like you said, just like enjoy time with family, enjoy time with friends, enjoy doing anything but studying, because that's what we've been doing for the last 6 months.
This is also your time, and like I would think about this, everyone would tell me this. This is the only time you have absolutely nothing to do for law school wise.
I'm gonna battle you on that one.
What do you have to do?
Well, this is my thought process. So let me give you I'll give you the full run. I'll make it quick. So you do your exams on your set exam dates, right? So I'll give you mine just because why not? So my exam's on the 10th and the 12th, right? So I think, 10th and 12th.
No.
11th
Know
or 13th,
when your exams
whatever.
are.
10th, I know when they are. Anyways, 10th and the 12th, right? So do your exams, and then usually when you're a 2L or 3L, you'll have take-home exams. So I do those like as quick as I can after. Like I have until the 19th, but like that's going to be done the 14th. Like I'm going to just finish those exams, like so I don't have to worry about it. So I'm just stretching my break
Are
out.
these take-home exams?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's
this-
a little different
Yeah,
when
no,
they
no, I have
are. You
two-
can take them whenever.
So no, I have two.
Yeah.
I have the 10th and the 12th, and then I have 2 take-home exams separately.
Gotcha, okay.
So those I want to do like instantly so that I can make my break as long as I can. I'm going to enjoy the holidays. I'm going to enjoy like spending time. I'm going to enjoy New Year's Eve. And then usually you have like a good couple days before you have to go back to school. Like I think we had a week before we go back.
Yeah.
So I would say I'm going to do whatever I want, not even think about law school until I go to New Year's Day. And then you got to start to like roll yourself back into it, I feel like. Because the last thing you want to do is walk into the first day of class and get slapped in the face with oh my God, I had readings. Oh my God, I had whatever. Like, I'm going to tell you also, depending on what you want to go into, a lot of the sports law jobs in New York always have the January 1st deadline. So
Really?
actually, what I
that.
found myself doing last year, all through, like as soon as I finished my exam, the week I had before Christmas, I was applying for all of those jobs. So like what Nicole said, now is your time to do nothing. So maybe be a little strategic with it. Like, yes, take the time. I promise you, I'm taking it. Everyone's taking the time.
Yeah.
But you don't want to look back and be like, oh my God, I was so worried about exams and then so like enjoying the break and Christmas. I didn't realize like I didn't apply for all these jobs and they're all due January 1st. And then you're sitting there being like, what do I do?
Yeah.
So yes, take your time. Yes, enjoy, but also don't forget about worrying about that.
Yeah, no, I love that advice and really take that to heart from Katie because she is one of the most like organized people. Like she does so much and gets everything done quickly.
I really try.
No, you do like very quickly.
But I feel like that's an
and
easy
like
thing to forget about. You know what I mean? Like it's not like an exam. Like no one's forgetting about an exam, but applying for that job that was due January 1st is an easy thing to just like slip your mind.
Don't forget about all that stuff. I mean, like Katie said, take the time to yourself. Enjoy the holidays. Maybe just, like I said earlier, disconnect maybe from your phone a little bit, from the laptop. I mean, we're so used to, as law students and lawyers, being behind a screen all day. And it just really it exhausts me and it just hurts my head sometimes. So just taking that break is really good. But be organized, know when those deadlines are. Know, okay, I start up again January 10th. Plan that out. When are you going to start your readings? Are you going to start them January 5th? Like, are you, have a little schedule for yourself after, but take the time at the same time.
Yeah. I actually, for the first time ever, well, obviously for the first time ever, I'm in 2L, but I have a inner winter course. Like I have like a 5-day course.
Yeah.
So we start back January 10th. Let's just say I have a course the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th.
Gotcha.
So
okay.
I'll let you know how that goes.
Course? Do you know?
Mini MBA.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Did you take that?
I didn't.
So I'm gonna see. It's like a 5-day. So sometimes your school will offer like a 5-day course, and you go in the week before school starts and do this course and whatever. One, I actually think it's a great idea because it gets rid of that credit's gonna be done, and if you're already gonna be in the area, I was probably gonna come back around then anyways because it made sense for flying. So why not throw an extra a class over with while I don't have other things a full semester ahead of me to worry about.
Yeah, I was strategic like that. My 3L year, there was a class that was just on
the accounting one, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
the
I think I'm in
class.
it next year. Yeah,
but then there was another class. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking right now. something with like zoning and real estate.
Yeah.
I'm blanking. That's so bad. Know your classes too. Don't be like me right now. But I forgot what it's called. But it was just over a long weekend. I think it was like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday or something like that. And it was all day. And it seems like, oh my God, I don't want to go in on a Sunday all day. But I was like, you know what? I did it. And then I was done.
Yeah.
I was done with the class that weekend for the semester. And the rest of the semester to focus on the other classes that I was taking.
Yeah.
And then did you take accounting? No.
No, I'm in it next semester.
Okay, yeah.
But it's just like those little classes that kind of like, if they do offer it during the winter break, then you think about it. Like it's one of those things where
it takes a lot off of you during the semester too.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And I mean, something that you got to realize 10 days is a good amount of time, especially when you're in a law school schedule where you're jam packed.
Yeah.
Take those 10 days. Like if you don't start till January 10th, and that's just an example, but that's 10 days where like maybe that's a good time to reach out and do that coffee chat that you've been waiting to do, right? Like maybe that's a good time to do those, like stretch those networking legs a little bit, like send those emails. Like it's also a really great, like easy way to be like, hey, hope you had a great holiday season. Like, hope you spent like great time with the family. Like, would love to pick your brain now that the New Year's like right around the corner. Would love to sit down for a coffee. Let me treat you to a coffee. Like, it's a really good excuse to kind of get in people's inboxes.
No, I 100% agree. And don't be discouraged if you don't hear from people right away. If you're in their inboxes, you know, during this time or, you know, LinkedIn messages. Because there's a lot of catch up and a lot of like law firms or places, you know, businesses are just so busy during the holidays. And then it's the holidays and people are off and people are away and you know but reach out to these people because when they get back, you know, right after New Year's and they have a message from you, that's gonna look really good that you were reaching out. So
100%.
Yeah.
I think so then once you are in that like a couple days before like law school starts back up again, second semester starts back up, I guess the biggest thing I would say is like reflect then prep. So like the first thing, we've talked about this before, but like reflect on the year before, like the semester before. Was there study tactics that you're like, okay, that obviously didn't work for me. Like I didn't get a good grade or I didn't whatever, like that didn't work, shift it. If there's ways that you're like, okay, I did really good in this class and I think it's because I took notes like this. Start taking notes like that for every class. Like maybe you need to, I remember coming back for Christmas last year and saying, oh, I need a physical paper calendar on my desk. That's what I needed.
Yeah.
Did you have things that changed?
I wanted to mention that. Yeah. I noticed that I started organizing myself for like school in this semester as it was happening. Like, all right, my first day of class, like I'm going to start organizing myself this day, you know, kind of get my syllabus and everything. But then I was so swamped with all these readings and like trying to organize myself at the same time.
You're constantly trying to just catch up with it.
Yeah, it was so much catch up and so much at once. So I like how you said a paper calendar because I always had a paper calendar, paper like agenda book. I mean, now it's switched for me and now I do everything on my phone. Yeah. You know, my mom always said, why don't you just go like do stuff on your phone? I'm like, no, I need paper in front of me because I'm always on the laptop for other things. Like sometimes you just need to look at like a paper textbook or a paper calendar. Right. And something I would do coming back into like after winter break or, you know, like after the summer, is I would just organize myself. I write everything down that I needed to write down. Deadlines.
It's not going to take long. It takes an hour. Do it beforehand so that you're not doing it like Nicole said on the first day of class.
Even like I would put down like add drop period, you know, I would 100%. Put that down in my calendar. Just really set yourself up for the semester so that when you get into the semester, you're already running, you know, you're not like, oh, I'm trying to figure it out.
And like if you're a 1L, and like that's another point we should talk about too, is the fact that like one thing is also going to happen during break. You're going to get your grades back.
Oh, and like, no. Wait, can we talk about when we first found out about our 1L semester grades during winter break?
Yeah, it's traumatizing. It wasn't traumatizing. It was just like, you don't know when they're going to drop. So you usually find out because people are like, oh, they're out.
Yeah.
I remember I was at sushi. And I opened it and I was so mad at my torts grade. And like the other two, I was like, man, like it's exactly what I thought. But I was so mad at my torts grade because I thought it was going to be so good. And then I got it back and I was like, it's not that it was terrible. And I was like, what? Like I thought it was going to be like, that was my best one. No. So you can't like expect it. Don't let it discourage you.
Yeah. Don't let it take away from your break too. It's done. It's over. You only can move forward. I mean, I remember I was at the Miami airport when I found out my 1L grades and I honestly didn't know what to expect just because like we talked about this in past episodes, like you're on a curve, like I don't know how I was doing. And I got my grades and I was so used to, getting like straight A's and some B's in college. And I was like, I got hit with these 1L grades.
Yeah.
And I called my mom at the Miami airport. I was like, Mom, I was crying. I remember now when I go through the Miami airport, I like envision
like
myself like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I see the trauma. Like I remember myself like walking back and forth because like when I'm on the phone, I like to walk around.
Right.
And I was just like, oh my God, Mom, I'm not going to make it. This is it. And now I'm graduated 3 years later.
Yeah.
So you'll get through it.
Yeah.
Don't let it, you're going to feel something at first. And then, and again, if you did super, super good this semester, that's amazing. And use that as fuel to do super good the next semester.
Yeah.
If you didn't do that good.
Don't let the ball stop. If you did do super good, don't let that ball stop rolling. Don't think you can like take your foot off the gas. You can't. Keep going.
Keep pushing.
And then if you didn't, like Nicole was going to say, like, change. Shift. There's still time. Like, it's this weird balance because I'm going to tell you I'll tell you what it is. People, like, your first semester 1L grades are very important. They are. Like, it's what's gonna get you on Dean's List. It's what's gonna get you on like those top of your class list. And it is challenging to get yourself out of a hole after your first 1L first semester year. But it's so not impossible. Like, it's so not impossible. I did so much better my 2L year because I came out of that being like, okay, this worked, this didn't. Shift this, change this, study this way, like, take notes that way, ask questions here. Like, I shifted so much. I was a different student my second semester of 1L that like, and then I came out so much better grades. Like, there's so much time to shift. So see your grades, take them for what they are, but then like either keep going on this trajectory or do the changes you need to like realize, yes, your 1L grades are important. So how can I change my habits to come out higher?
Yeah. I mean, I was a different like student every semester. I think
100%.
I was learning every semester. And even looking back at law school, I could see where I started to gain like a lot more confidence in school. And I think it was after like, it was around this time for you, like mid 2L year. I started getting more confidence in shifting. And, I was still figuring out my first semester 2L year. But you just keep, like Katie said, keep shifting, keep doing like what's good for you or what has to change.
Yeah.
And I think another good piece of advice is just breathe.
Yeah.
Just breathe. Like, again, we're talking about break right now. You're on winter break. Enjoy it. You can't go back right now. I used mine as when I called my mom and I was so upset at the airport.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to use this as fuel to do so good next semester. Yeah. And I pulled through and I did really good.
And it's a reset, right? Like
it's a reset.
It's like a built-in reset for you to like, and for every part of your life. Like coming back, and I kind of liked it. Like it kind of like I don't know the word, like energized you, I guess, to be like, okay, I'm going back. This semester I'm going to be organized. I'm going to take great notes. I'm going to like, you have a fresh, clean start. Like even like setting routines that was like, okay, I don't start till noon on Mondays. What do? That's the day that I'm going to a spin class. I'm going to gym in the morning, and like you can kind of change your habits, and you're still excited. So it's like that classic, like New Year's resolutions, right? So like maybe make yourself a school resolution, even if you did great. Like maybe come up. Let's actually do one right now. What would your New Year's? Let's throw that quick. And let's end the episode with this. If you were gonna make a resolution for you? Okay, 2. If you were gonna make a resolution for law school, Nicole, what would it be? And then if you were gonna actually make like a real like legal profession for you currently, New Year's resolution, what is it?
Okay, so for law school, Nicole, I think my resolution would be to just adapt to change and stay organized and stay on top of things.
Mm-hmm. Good one.
I think that would be really good. That I just need to tell myself and want to change after the new year. Especially after coming out of your first semester of law school. I mean, just real quick, like you have to remember too, like you just adapt it to like a whole different style of school, so you're learning. So I think that's really important.
Yeah.
And I think for now, like being in the fields and being graduated, I think it would just be, this is hard.
I know.
I think it would be just getting used to, everyone keeps telling me, you're just getting used to working. That's why you're so exhausted all the time. I think it would just be more like prioritizing, myself a little bit, because I think sometimes I get so focused on so many things and I'm doing so many things that I kind of like
prioritize the downtime.
Yeah, I need to prioritize downtime, because I even said recently, I was like, I don't know how to relax. Like, I can't relax. Someone's like, just sit down. I'm like, no, I gotta be up. Like, I'm so exhausted. I haven't slept, and I'm just like, I gotta keep going. Like, no, like, I think for my New Year's resolution, it will be to just relax, and I think that's really important for lawyers and law students. Sometimes you just need to like not be tense,
for sure.
And just, you know, like I said before, breathe, take a breath. Everything's going to be okay, and really focus on you. And something I really wanted to mention really quick was you mentioned the gym, and I think going to the gym is very helpful. And I kind of made this like a New Year's resolution for myself. And I'm still like, I just started it already. Like I started it now. And growing up as an athlete, I worked out 24/7. Starting law school, I stopped working out. Like I couldn't, you know, I was so busy. And when I had downtime, I wanted to sit down and not do anything. So I told myself a New Year's resolution that I'm going to do for myself is make sure I stay on a consistent workout schedule. And I've been doing that every week. And I love doing like Pilates classes. I've been so into it lately.
Well, I feel like when you work out too, like your mental capacity changes so much because you've exuded that energy, so you can kind of dial it in.
Yeah, the endorphins, they kick in, you feel better, you want to do better. And I've started, like I'll do a Pilates class, you know, on Wednesday, and I'll book my next one for the next week. And I'm making sure I'm on a consistent schedule. So kind of just, you know, prioritizing yourself, I guess.
Yeah, I think for me, if I were to do them right now, it's a little bit specific, but I think it's so basic. I should have outlined earlier. And specifically, like I outlined really early for my classes with the midterms, and then my classes with no midterms, I wait till now to outline, and I'm really feeling the pain of it. So I think outlining earlier would be it. And taking the breaks that I need is okay. Like I'm standing by what I've done my whole law school career so far, and it's worked for me. Like if have something else that's kind of important to me as well, like that's okay, but not causing me to like fall behind because of that. Because I feel like sometimes I'd be like, oh, I'll just zoom into that class, and then I don't actually zoom into it, which is fine. But then I should watch the Zoom video the next day. So it's just kind of staying on top of it a little bit more. But yeah, and then I guess we'll finish it, last one, and then we're done. What's one goal, New Year's resolution for the podcast?
Ooh, that's a good one. I think a New Year's resolution for our podcast is to just keep getting like really interesting guests to come on.
I agree.
And you know, listeners, if you have anyone in mind or you want to hear from anyone, you know, specific, reach out to us. Like, you know, if you want to hear from music attorneys, more fashion attorneys. I mean, I know
we have some cool stuff coming up.
I was gonna say, I know coming up, you know, like farther into the winter and the spring, we have a lot of cool people coming on the podcast. So get ready. That'll be interesting. So I think just, you know, really getting a lot of people interested with these guests and more outreach too. I mean,
for sure. No, I think getting more people involved in this and hearing from other people's stories. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I love hearing our guests. Like I love hearing from them and having them on because we learn so much from them and hearing their stories. So
for sure,
I'm so excited to do it in the new year too.
Well, happy holidays, everybody.
Yes, enjoy the holidays. Eat a lot, you know.
Enjoy. Take the time you need. Catch up on the Girls Gone Legal if you haven't. Follow us on our Instagram, our TikTok, our YouTube. Like, subscribe, download our videos. And in the meantime,
stay stylish, stay sharp, and
stay legal. Bye guys.